So, last time did a little bit of exploring in the gardens. Met a nice little worm. Wasn't little. Came across some trapped doors that you didn't want to end up dealing with, so I think you decided to backtrack and you're going, uh, back north?
I think we were thinking the east door in the chest room. Or east. Top right.
Yes. Okay, and you guys were gonna cross the bridge, and I think I was gonna check and see if somebody was going to run into you, because that is kind of a thing you gotta take your time in. Let's see. Oh, this is just your friendly little hummingbird friend. Flies around and sees that it's you making the noise and kind of just gives up, as you're not really have been one following it much.
No, not really. We haven't been.
Uh, I think, Bagor, you're trying to talk, but we're not getting anything. Yeah, I can't hear anything.
You know?
Oh, that's better.
Okay, somebody turned off my microphone.
Okay. So if you said anything before now, we couldn't hear it, but
No, it was just pointing out that that little bird kind of wants to eat us or something.
Well, I don't know if we knew that specific, but we knew it wasn't particularly good of heart. Shall we put?
As far as I know, everything in this maze is trying to eat us.
alright, so you were going north through this section of the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Remind me again where you're trying to go.
The chest room and whatever was the upper right door.
Okay, yes.
Unless plans have changed over the week.
Not really. That was like the last choice we had.
So you arrive inside the chess room. There's this snake body is not there. The chess pieces are all kind of huddled into a corner on the left.
The body of the worm is not here anymore, or
Yeah, it's gone.
Well, if all the chess
I
pieces are on the left, I'm happy to go around to on the right side and up towards the door.
Yeah, the chess pieces are not like laid out on the board at all. They're all kind of just huddled in one of the corners, even more tightly than when you last saw them. To the right side is... I think you peeked into this room, but you weren't able to actually go inside of it.
I think we kind of looked past the what's his name, Moonhead guy, while he was standing the door.
On the
Trogos,
floor,
something.
you guys are kind of in the bottom. And on the floor is just a tangled mess of white line. Or a black line, excuse me, on a white floor. And you can try to follow it with your eyes. You see a single path coming in from the bottom and a single path coming in from the top, but trying to follow it inside the room is kind of difficult. But you assume the path from the bottom ends up coming out the top.
Alright, and just to double check, we saw another room with black lines in it in the off the room with the dazing discs in it. It's not the same room?
The dazing disc. Did I tell you what room I got those? You got those from?
I think so. I don't know if I have it written down though.
Let me check. Because this connects.
20, I think. That I have something listed. As
Yeah, this will connect there.
All right.
You can kind of see past the room, burnt, charred walls.
All right.
From the fire.
I've got another arrow coming off the right side on that.
It kind of meets up into like a room where it connects to 20 and it connects to another room as well. So it's kind of hard to explain, but
Is it too late to say that I don't have any idea on what's going on that image?
yeah, it's hard to interpret for your own. Yes.
Yeah. Where are we coming in from? Down here?
Yep,
Bottom.
the bottom.
Okay.
I guess the obvious thing to do if we want to cross it is to follow the line, but that doesn't look particularly easy. And also, who knows what would go wrong if we do and or don't.
Oh, following the line doesn't seem that bad.
You know, Morgan, sometimes I don't know if you're joking or telling the truth.
Oh, he's going to head back from here?
If these connect like that, I'm curious as to how the rooms that I would think be in the way, how they are. Like in the darkness room, we're pretty sure there's another exit going down. But if we already know what one,
The chess room is actually really, really big. It's pretty wide.
All right. Still,
I'm so confused.
Okay, if you just close your eyes and walk, it won't be that confusing.
That sounds tempting, but I'm on house arrest, so I'm gonna leave Athas to tell me what to do.
I'm just working on it. I'm gonna put a picture of the immediate map into Discord, a bit zoomed in, just we're all referencing off the same.
Oh. Okay.
Assuming I've done that map right. Which is always a bit of a nifty assumption in this place. I mean, I would say something along the lines of, well, it might just be floor decoration, but there's not been a thing in this place like that. Or something that's been merely decoration.
Can I find a rock and just like throw it onto the black lines?
Sure.
I find like a stone laying around. I'll get out like a gold coin I have because it's fairly useless otherwise, and toss it onto the black lines.
You see the coin bounce and roll across the floor, but you don't see any change or any movement in the image on the floor at all.
I think this is the perfect time to use my arcane knowledge to see if I can like sense anything magical about this stuff.
Are you gonna make an Arcana check?
Yeah. How's a 5? What's a 5 in the
The 4 is most likely magical of some kind. You can kind of see the lines curling into arcane symbols, but what they do is a little beyond you at this point.
Right. Well, I think I'm going to roleplay that brave trait halflings have and start slowly going up the line. Assuming that there's one right at the door it
Yes.
starts at. Yeah. I can go very slowly, like putting one foot directly in front of the other, heel touching the toe.
As you step onto the line, the line snaps and rearranges, and it forms an image that you might recognize. Kind of off in the distance across the room, the image forms into the symbol, or kind of just like a depiction of your hometown. You recognize the shapes of a couple buildings. And then the line snaps some more and bends, and you see the line bending into tiny little figures. And these figures get closer and closer to your village. And then you see your village burst into flame of this black line. And then all these little figures are roaming around everywhere.
Alright,
Athas, do you have any memory of that happening?
no, but I'm pretty worried about that's what's happening when I'm not there.
Oh.
I'm sure it's fine.
Well, I'm certainly not sure it's fine.
I mean, there's not much you can
Just
do
so you know,
about
that
it.
wisdom check was to see if Athos just completely froze up in fear. He
Okay.
didn't.
Do you want me to go ahead of you, just in case?
Well, it's either showing something I'm absolutely terrified of, or showing something that's real. So, take your pick.
Let's not find out. I'm gonna step on another one of the black lines.
There's just
Just
one
in
line,
case.
so you'd have to step on the
Yeah.
same line as him.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. The line also snaps, and it tries to accommodate both of you at the same time, but that makes it difficult to interpret the images. But you can kind of see, you can still see a lot of the small figures swarming of a town, but you also start to see that town rise up on top of a cliff, and the little figures that are swarming the town are throwing people off of the cliff.
Okay. I don't recognize that.
The little
Maybe
figures start
let's.
rushing towards you to try, but as they like look like figures when the line's animating far away, but as they approach you, you kind of just put your foot in front of the other, and you're still just stepping on a black line.
Right. Athos, says, "All right, so it's probably just trying to show us our fears." But Athos is still looking distinctly unnerved.
Yeah, let's try not to find out what are our fears.
Athos
Let's
is
just
going to
go.
step back off, back into the chest room.
Okay. So Athos backs up. Do you get off the line as well, Bugor?
No, I'm just gonna stand there. Like, are we going? Are we leaving? What are we gonna do? Morgan?
I think we should just, press on forward. The lines are only on the floor, right?
Yes.
So if I look up to the ceiling, I wouldn't see the lines.
Correct.
If I look up to the ceiling, would I still be able to see the exit that we're going towards?
Yes.
I am going to, tilt my head all the way up, look up to the ceiling, and just press on forward, and say, "Follow me."
All right. Athos will, visibly steal himself, and then put his hat down over his eyes and hold on to the back of Morgan's robes.
Well, Morgan takes 2 steps into the room and then stops in his tracks.
Oh.
That's not something good.
I have not actually given Wodar his questionnaire again for this character. So whatever your character's worst fear is, that's all you can think of. You cannot move. You're completely uncontrollable in fear.
Okay. So I just stop. So even though not even look at the lines, I'm
Yes.
still crippled by fear.
Because you're not looking at the floor, you can't see where the line is, and you.
With my with Athos's hat still over his eyes, he takes another step or two after Morgan stopped and bumps into his back. And a couple seconds later, it's like, "Morgan, you alright?" And at the lack of response,
Yeah, he might be screaming. I don't know. It's up to you, Morgan.
It's like a silent scream. Like my mouth is open, but no sounds coming out.
Yeah, but can't see your face, so I can't see that. So a couple seconds, like, "Morgan, all right, back And Neil will just start trying to tug him backwards by the coat. Just stepping directly backwards himself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go very carefully and try to help him, even though I don't like the heights.
I mean, we're apparently like 3 steps into the room or something, so.
Yeah. Do I get pulled back in?
Sure.
Alright.
So I'm thinking on a soft no on this room, like a hard maybe.
Is there a way to transit? Is there a way to get through it without stepping on the lines?
Most
can
of the
you repeat
path
that?
has some.
Were you asking me a question?
Yeah. Is there like a path through the room without stepping on the black lines?
It's possible, but if what's your passive perception, Athos?
Mine, it's 15.
So, Athos, you noticed that this sphere happened to strike Morgan when he stepped on the white.
Oh, stepped on the white?
Stepped off the line, which I guess I kind of figured out after the fact since I had my eyes covered with my hat, so I couldn't see. But it was the theory I was going with anyway.
So if we just continue stepping through the black line, we can get to the other side?
Probably. Or we could just go around.
Fine.
Let's go around. I don't want to go in heights right now.
Okay. Fine.
And as you step away, the line snaps back into a indescribable mess and tangle. But you're back in the chess room, and you can walk along the wall and head north into the...
For some reason, even though I'm not afraid of heights, I got the EBGBs just at the mention of this room. Let's not come back here.
Yes.
The other room that leads north from there is the black ink floor with the floating jade eyes.
Right. And we've do our, by now, probably fairly familiar routine for at least Bagor and Athos to get across, and we can walk Morgan through it. Do you want us to make any rolls for that? You know, the I across the rope, and then
you can just each roll like an acrobatics dexterity roll with advantage. So you extinguish the torch and try to time a mad dash across the liquid to the other side of the room. Bagor and Morgan, an acrobatics check, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna explain to him what's happening and why are we doing this.
and why we're so paranoid with ropes.
So like these eyes freeze you when they look at you.
Huh.
It's not bad, but you don't move and then you start to sink. And it's kind of creepy because there's black tar at the bottom. Just keep tied and try to run.
Okay.
Was this with advantage or did I lose
No, you have
miserably
advantage.
with that 4? Oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
yeah.
Give me a second. My roll 20 acted strange.
As you guys watch Morgan run across, you're in the room with a wineskin and some silver dishes. Are you going to continue this way through the black darkness room, or are you going to try to head through Cronia's room?
Since we're right here, I'm thinking check out what's down where we haven't been in the darkness room.
Okay.
Need an acrobatics roll for me, right?
Yep, thank you.
Okay.
So you guys all managed across, pick up your things.
I also want to mention that there was this witch close to the bird people, and
Alpha
she's
Dread,
sick. Yeah, Alpha Dread. She sicked a golem on us, and we didn't see the other room next to her.
Yeah, I consider that,
So-
but unless we get lucky and she's not actually there at this moment, which I suppose is possible, then we'd probably be either taking the curse on the room above it with the soul swim in it, or fighting her and whoever she calls in. I'd rather not potentially pick a fight with someone who's apparently a leader in an area.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a fun thing to do. Although I do have the spell magic. Maybe I could do something on that door.
Yeah, well, I mean, she was irritated that we didn't intentionally get the curses on ourselves by going through one of the 5 doors above her.
True.
Which is why she was initially not disposed to like us.
Yeah, let's put that on the maybe pile. Let's go the other way.
Yeah, if we have nowhere else to explore, we'll consider it. So, yeah, so probably down the darkness room. So just hug the right wall, I guess, until we get to the door.
Yeah, you have trouble seeing even with your dark vision, and a torch's light is absorbed into the blackness that's coating everything. You can make out shapes of bottles of wine and tables and other stuff that's just been left around here. But knowing that there's an exit, you can kind of hug the wall and make it to a room where
For some reason, I have over here hanged men and nothing else.
Yeah, that's I don't
nearby
remember.
as well.
Yeah, that's also at the darkness room. I don't remember exactly what that room is, but I think that was before you copied. I put the map in and you started.
Oh. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I don't remember what was in that room exactly.
So we're going south from the darkness.
Yeah.
In this room, there appears to be a middle-aged, dark-skinned lady wearing a skirt of peacock feathers and a necklace of bones that looks like several bones that are carved from a single one without a joint. She's kind of just on her own with her eyes closed, and she's playing some finger drums at an astonishingly high speed.
Is the same one we saw off the Great Tunnel?
Oh, is that? Did I give you the wrong?
I mean, maybe, but I have that already on the map. Assuming it's the same one.
Yeah, no, we looked at it and we thought it was creepy and we didn't go.
Yeah. We didn't even see what other doors there were in that room, apparently. Which is why it's entirely possible.
Okay, so yeah, this room should be directly connecting to the darkness. And the brick spiral tunnel is... I don't think where you have that one.
The brick spiral says that it's from darkness to the right, to the one I have as hangman, then days in discs to the south of that.
Yeah, the brick spiral tunnel connects to the hangman and the dazing disc. And the darkness connects to the bone necklace woman.
Okay, got it.
Alright. And does that brick tunnel and the bone necklace connect?
No.
Alright. Someone probably had an error there somewhere then.
Does it seem like she's paying attention to us if we enter the
She
room?
does not appear to be paying attention to anything other than her own playing.
How much space around her is there in the room?
It's a room about this big. She's approximately in the middle.
Alright.
Can I have like resistance, which is a cantrip, prepared and touch anybody that I feel like it's coming under an effect?
Sure, you can try that.
Okay, I'm gonna have resistance on standby.
Yeah. I'm gonna when I come in, I can kind of gesture to the others, like go around to the right, to our right, and then around to the other door. Kind of gesture that.
So here and then here.
Yeah, just stay along the wall. And I'm also going to have ready to cast is silence on her. And gonna try to be stealthy.
Yeah, let's go with stealth. I'm gonna be in the middle of us, just in case, so that I can reach Morgan or Athos, just in case.
I'll say you can roll stealth checks with advantage because she's not really listening for anything.
Here's hoping. Oh, thank God for advantage.
Am I also need a stealth check?
Yes.
Nice.
Everyone's better than me.
So you guys managed. She's kind of just like rocking back and forth to her own beat. Doesn't seem to pay you any mind. Excuse me. The room below has some kind of this doesn't actually describe what kind of creature this is. Let's say it's some kind of spirit ghost-like figure. And it is kind of sitting there, cross-legged on the floor.
Is it the same one that cursed me a long time ago?
I don't think you've seen this one. And
Okay.
you can tell its eyes are closed and it's kind of just smiling and rocking back and forth to the beat of the drums.
Here's an idea, Athos. Maybe don't silence her for the time being.
Yeah. Now, I came to the same conclusion after we saw that spirit.
Yeah. Okay.
Any other doors or anything?
No, that's a dead end.
Nothing of interest. Just the ghost. Nobody else.
That's what it appears to be.
I'll turn back to the other two and kind of gesture again. Turn around, go back, sort of gestures.
I'm gonna go back the same way I came in.
Yeah, you guys are quiet enough, and the woman is distracted enough that you're able to go back to the room on the edge of the darkness. And you can enter straight into the hangman room, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. I think most of the unexplored areas that are easy to get to are going to be that direction.
There's still the Stonehead room. I have Stonehead and bigger Stonehead. And then below that is the sensors, which made us act weird.
Yeah.
And after the sensors, we didn't check that. And next to the sensors is the Vines room that seemed to go to another place, some of them.
Yeah. They're actually probably a decent way to get on the other side of those trapped doors or elevator head. Maybe. That'd be my guess, but we don't know.
And also, if we're still looking for the lizard people, one of those vines had like chameleon women.
Yeah, I
Like
think
ready to kidnap somebody.
Yeah, there's like the Amazon chameleon woman, not the undead lizard people.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess since the brick tunnel didn't go where we thought it did check that since it's right there.
There's also the place where I got the old hand that we didn't go to two of the exits.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff in that area, in this general area we haven't gone to.
So where did you think you wanted to head first?
I'd say just probably the brick tunnel since it's right there.
Yeah, you're right next to that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially since where we thought it was apparently wrong.
Yeah, let's go to that one.
You feel an occasional gale, a wind that blows into the shaft. About once every 4 seconds or so, you feel a strong wind pull into the spiral brick staircase. And then it stops and it pulses back again in another 4 seconds.
is it always the same direction?
Yes. Always in. Down.
Alright. So that's decreasing the chance for walking into something giant's mouth.
Thank you for that horrible, horrible thought that I didn't have before. Crap.
Regular air movements. Only so many options there. Well, barring exotic magical effects, of course, which it probably is. Because everything in this place is exotic magical effects.
This first twist looks like it's pretty steep. You're pretty much kind of like crawling down the staircase.
Is there anything near the... Or how far are we talking about?
Since it's a twisting staircase and it's all enclosed, you can't really see much further than like halfway or like a quarter way around the twist of the circle.
Alright.
Do you want me to go ahead just in case?
I was thinking, seeing if there's anything at the top to attach a rope to.
You can probably find somewhere to shove in a support. You can,
I only have, like, what is it, 200 feet or so of rope, which is why I wanted to know how far it was.
yeah, it's not really a sure way to know.
Alright. You know what? We'll just tie. If it's that steep, we'll just. Athos will just suggest tying it to each other and then going down.
Okay. So you're each tied to each other and not to any support?
Since we don't know how
Sounds like a
far it
perfect
is, that's
plan.
probably the better idea.
At least we won't get separated. So, if you want me to, I can go ahead on front. Or do you want me to be an anchor and be at the back?
That's what I was thinking. If it's steep, like it sounds like it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can definitely hold us, one of us falling off. If you fall off, the two of us might not be able to hold you.
Fair, fair. I ate too much at that town. Sure, I'll be at the back.
And by that same logic, I'll go up front. I'll try to be a little stealthy about it. But you know, there's probably only so much I can do tied to others.
Alright, you start descending, and like I said, the first probably full rotation, you can kind of crawl around it. And the second rotation, it's even steeper, and you're like kind of climbing. And as you descend, you notice the bricks here are getting like wetter, and it's a little bit harder to keep your grip.
What sort of surface are we climbing down?
These are like your standard bricks, but they're in a strange corkscrew wall from your perspective on this second twist that you can climb down.
I'm thinking of getting out a couple of the pythons and seeing if it's be possible to use them as like, sort of picks to kind of jab into between the
It
bricks and
might be like a strength check to try to shove them into the mortar.
all right. I'll probably just go with one. Just as an emergency in case I fall, sort of thing. Yeah. And of course, that would also abandon any pretense of stealth.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you try to hammer it into the mortar, but it seems like you can't get a solid straight-on hit against it. It's kind of just like slipping sideways, and you're not making any progress.
Is it sensate to think that it's gonna be more of a dexterity thing to hold on the wall, or more of a strength thing?
Well, it kind of depends on exactly what you're doing, because it could also be like a constitution for like how long you can hold on. So it depends on if
Well,
you're trying to do something specific.
no, it's mostly trying not to sleep, because I think I can cast Enhance ability with my last third level slot on Morgan and me, because that way we both can hold Athos if he falls.
Mm-hmm.
You probably also have the option of shifting and do something that has a climb speed.
Not really, because I ran out of them.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, already been 2 animals today.
I'd probably say it's a little bit more of a strength in this situation. So
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Enhance ability for Bull's strength at level 3, so that we can fit Morgan and me.
okay.
Okay.
You're in the front, Athos.
That's correct.
Oh, there we go.
So you start to get to a point where your hands are mostly secure. It's a little wet and slippery, but you can't find a place where your foot can stay anymore. It's just too steep. It's nearly a brick wall that's straight down, and you can't find anywhere to put your feet. It might be just a drop from here on in.
Do I have a general estimate of how far it's been?
You have dark vision, right?
Yes. 90 feet.
You can see some kind of, yeah, it's not twisting much anymore. It's mostly, actually it still is spiral twisting, but it's more of like a flat, slick brick surface that you would slide completely down. So it wouldn't necessarily like be a long fall, but you can see about 30 feet ahead of the curve, and you can see it continues further.
Alright. I was more asking how far it's been from the top, but that's also.
Yeah, it's probably been just vertical space. You've probably gone down maybe 60 feet. But that
Alright.
comes to a lot more when you spiral around.
Alright. Alright. Yeah, so I was just making sure that going back up and fixing a rope wouldn't be a great idea, or wouldn't be useful anyway. Here's a question. If I fell, would I be able to, say, cast rope trick in midair and then grab onto the rope? Oh, wait. Yeah, could I have like an extra piece of rope in my hands, or looped around myself or something, so that if I fall, I can cast rope trick in midair, catch myself on it?
Yes.
All right. So I guess it would be a little bit difficult to get out an extra piece of rope while hanging like this, so I'm gonna roll sleight of hand for that.
Sure.
So I'll get out one of the relatively shorter pieces of rope, wrap it around one of my arms as best I can, so that it's at least touching some of my skin, and have rope trick ready to cast, and then tell the others, I'm gonna try going down, and then do as I do.
Okay, yeah, you start sliding down.
I'm gonna be glued to the wall now that I know that it's 90 feet between me and the floor.
And you will start casting spells. You lose control. Probably the rope between you and the rest of them gets taut before you finish. So if you two can make a strength check with advantage because of the enhanced ability.
Strength check, just the normal, right?
You can do athletics. I
Strength
think.
check. Athletics.
Okay.
I just put rope trick in the chat for the text.
With advantage, that's 18.
Yeah, you guys managed to keep your position, so you see him below you, and he's got his own rope that ascends into an invisible room. But you guys are kind of just barely hanging on now.
Athas, you okay down there?
I'm alright.
And from your lower position, you can see that this still continues even further down. You can't see the bottom of it yet.
It keeps going.
I don't want to go anymore.
Fair enough. I'm not fancying the idea either.
Well,
Can I try?
we're already halfway down.
Well, maybe. We might only be like 10% of the way down. Who knows? I don't.
Excellent.
I suppose it's either turn back now or be committed.
Wait, any of us can flip a coin?
I have a coin to flip.
Can you flip it while still holding on?
I can try. I will attempt to flip the coin while holding on.
Heads we go. Tails we come back.
Do you want to roll an acrobatics check to see if you can maintain?
Oh, sure.
Okay, well, flip a coin.
It's a slash one.
Slash R.
Wait, slash R1D2?
Yeah. With the space.
I'm still doing. Is it? There we go. Right, that's tails. Oh, it needs space. Okay.
I think.
So Tails was we went back, right?
I think so.
I suggested it and I forgot.
I'll say it's turn back because we turn tail and run.
Okay.
All right.
Here's a question. How do you come back to us?
I'll say because of your enhanced strength. You guys have no trouble just climbing back, and he doesn't weigh too much, even with his equipment, that he can kind of just slide upwards until he can get enough grip himself.
I am perfectly alright with that.
I think because of your spell, you won't have to roll for it.
Yeah, I can kind of hold on to the rope that leads out of the rope trick for a bit. And doesn't say you can cancel it, but I feel like you should be able to retrieve the rope that I use.
Sure.
Alright.
Okay, give me a couple minutes to make sure Gizmo is in bed.
Okay.
I'm gonna go grab a quick snack then. Be back in like 2 minutes.
Sure.
Okay, is everyone still here?
I'm here.
Athos went for some snacks.
Alright.
I just got back though.
Okay. So yeah, thanks to the extra strength, you guys managed to make it back up the slippery brick slope until you're back chatting with the hangman.
Note for the future: more rope.
Yeah, I figured 200 feet would be plenty.
We're gonna have to wait a while until I learn how to fly. Maybe I can take us down there.
Or we get a wizard who can just cast Mass Fly. Is that still a thing in 5th edition?
You every
Seems like there's, like,
extra
soft
level
landing or
you
something.
cast it can add a person. So you might have to have like a 5th level spell to cast it on 3 people. I think it's 3rd level.
Alright. Just curious, it's not particularly relevant at this moment, but
Can Featherfall be cast more than once?
I think the spell itself can be used on several people.
Because that's another alternative.
Yeah, by default at level 1 you can target 5 people.
Do I get that one? No, I don't get that.
I mean, that still has the issue of getting back up.
True.
Ah, well,
Let's wait.
we can always
Let's
go back
wait
to it.
until we can always fly. let's wait until then.
It's not like we have a shortage of things to explore.
Mm-hmm.
So let's cross that off the list. Which was next?
Stonehead is closest, I think.
Question. Before Stonehead, we have the library. Is this the one with the guy in an armor that gets angry when you take the books?
I clearly should have labeled
I
it.
do not think so.
It's just because I remember that room and I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, I don't think that's this one. But you guys can continue. You cut through the room where you found the swirly discs, and through the Cronia's small library. And come across just a small, well, it's large, but it's the smaller of the stone heads that you've seen.
All right, the paper.
Yeah, a lot of the walls and the floor here are blackened.
Sorry, I just noticed, only just now, that Leaf's picture has him with bow and arrows, and my picture has me with swords.
Yeah.
Except that was Tyler's equipment. Oh. Yeah, I think it was that small room that we never really went through into whatever was beyond.
Yes, there were some runes to the right, which you didn't want to try passing. And then there was a stone head that had some more pathways, I believe.
It's got a couple, but we never came to this one.
That actually is part of the hallway that leads to, so you would have found the the discs here, and down here is more of the black line room.
Ah, alright.
So this is kind of like a nothing room that connects several other rooms.
Okay.
Okay. But in the end, this goes back to the black lines.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, good. I think the reason we didn't check that out is that we had to run pretty quickly last time we were here.
Yeah, the paper was a big threat.
And about to be on fire, if I remember right.
Oh no, already on fire.
I think we set it on fire.
I think
Point
I
is-
chucked a flame to it.
I thought it had run over some torches or something. Anyway, point is, it was basically a wall of something that would crush you and burn you coming our direction, so we ran.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So did you not explore anywhere past the larger Stonehead?
We did. We ended up circling around there once somehow. There's the sort of boss that was the. Who was that? The shark guy, I think. Or whatever.
Oh, is he down
Oh,
there?
yeah. I think, yeah. We ended up
Oh,
moving around
yeah.
back to the station room.
Right.
Through the bar.
We didn't check one of the exits of the bar.
Yeah. And there's also something out of the other side of the sensors room. I think we ended up peeking into the runic circle room from the other side, so I don't know if we know if there's another passageways out of that or the room the endless vapor came out of. Or at least I have it listed that we don't know.
There should be 2 exits from the rune room. One up and one right. You might have seen it from... If you saw it, it would have been from the top, because that leads to a hallway.
Yeah.
Where I think one of the... whatever room is next to Cronia is.
Yeah. So...
So where are you heading next?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put the general area into Discord in large version.
I remember something happened on the sensors
Yeah.
because we were trying not to get hit by them, and something happened, and then we had to run,
I
and we
think the
got
bird
hit
people
by
came
them.
in. I think the bird people came in. While we were trying to get through.
Maybe it's that.
Yeah, and the sensors had some sort of effect when they started swinging, but I don't remember what that effect was.
It depends because they made Obak go to a corner if nobody talked to him, and then it turned me into leaf, and I had to touch everything. I think you got the same effect.
Oh yeah, I remember now.
You had to touch everything.
Which is the only reason why we know the vines took us somewhere else, because we were not able to stop doing that.
Right, daily curiosity. So we can either bury that again and maybe see where the Oku, or whatever their name is, came from, assuming they're not still there and going to ambush us again.
Well, I think we can survive a couple of Okus right now.
I mean, they're
They
not
were a
the
bigger
issue.
threat before.
They aren't the issue here.
That is also true.
On the other hand, I'm pretty sure they don't exactly have the patience to hang around and keep waiting for the same people to eventually come there again.
Although, to be honest, they could have stayed there for 4.5 years arguing with each other
True.
if they wanted to leave or not.
Yeah. They might have actually been a random encounter. I don't remember.
I mean, we still have to pass the sensors to get to the vines, which is the other places we haven't checked.
Yeah, or a couple of places further up in the... I don't remember the name of the area. With all the weird magic stuff.
Aetheric remora, those are the celestial fishes, right?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Well, it's either those there or in the angelfish pool in the wedding area.
No, but I remember that didn't happen on the wedding area.
Yeah.
I think it was here.
Yeah.
Well,
And there was a
to the sensors.
I don't remember it. Yeah. I guess try to go south from there for now. Unless we get interrupted and then we dodge to the right.
Okay.
That sound good with you?
So you come again across the massive stone head that basically fills a room. Extremely old, also with the poem carved under it.
Did any of these heads talk, or am I remembering Night at the Museum?
I don't think you've come across a talking one,
So, Night at the Museum.
but this one did have like a poem with it.
Oh, the one that apparently it saw the maze grow around it?
Something like that. Do you want me to type it up again?
Somewhere
or to say it
here.
out loud? Do you want to hear the poem again, or you want to just keep moving?
I think I
I
still
think
got it.
Oh, there we go.
Set watch. What set watch I was by the Elephant King?
Yes.
That one.
That one.
I'll
And
put it into our group notes.
are you those sent to end this land as the Elephant King promised you would? Hmm.
And directly below that is one of the incense rooms with several incense sensors. I think if you remember, they activate upon being touched in response to movement or loud noise. And they hang in such a way it's pretty tough to walk through without triggering them. I suppose I'm gonna move you a couple hundred pages, so talk about what you're doing here.
Just a couple hundred?
Because Roll20 still hasn't invented drop-down menus.
By the way, what did we do the last time? Did I cast Pass Without Trace to make it easier, or
I don't think you had that yet, and I don't think it would have helped conceptually.
Yeah.
It was a dexterity check.
Yeah. So, how far up? Like you said, that you can't really walk through them, but how far down do they hang, or how much clearance
They
between
hang
ground?
nearly to the floor.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to ask if I could crawl under them, but sounds like no.
I mean, we could always just burn them all and then walk.
And get hit by how many effects?
I I mean, burn them, leave them rest, and then go. Hmm.
I mean,
I don't have
burning
a
it.
lot. I don't have a lot that can help many people do that. Move through all of them at the same time. That's the one.
Yep. I don't really think. Wait, I can't think of any fancy tricks to get by. Unless, we can somehow climb the wall and go along the walls, and there's more clearance there from whatever they're hanging on. But that seems like more problems. So let's not do.
There has to be a way because we crossed it the last time.
Oh, actually, I do remember now on reading it. Anyone affected by one of the incense thought the head was talking to them. So that might be what you were thinking of, Bagor.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now.
I think last time just everyone made their dexterity check.
It's possible they were triggered by the Oku.
Yeah, I remember the Oku triggering it.
Yeah, and then
They
we
came in
ran and
triggered
hit
and
a
ran.
lot more.
So
Well, after
I
you.
guess I'll just try to dexterity check my way through them. And yeah. Yeah, I guess that's it. Any particular dex check?
Probably just a standard dex check.
Alright. Do I get any bonuses for anti-difficult terrain or just being small?
Yeah, I think being small might help a little bit. Might be worth about a +3. I don't know. We'll see what everyone else rolls.
All right, let's see how it goes for me.
Oh god. Roll 20, please. Why is it freezing on me?
If the dexterous one got a 7, I don't have a lot of hope for me.
Well, I rolled a nat 3. Not much I can do about that.
Let's see.
All you have to do is roll not terribly, which you did.
Got 16.
Whenever I open up my character sheet, like roll 20 freezes, and I'm not sure why.
What browser are you using? Just Chrome?
Chrome.
I don't know. I'm using Chrome, and I can open yours up.
Yeah. So I just here. Open it again.
Did you try to open it in like a new window? You can make it a pop-up.
That's what I'm doing now.
I'd say check your extensions, but I expect those to not let anything come up and not just the character sheet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. What roll again?
Dexterity.
Thanks. Okay. How is it 12?
Better than 9.
Okay. I'll say there's a lower chance that the Oku are waiting in ambush. But, let's see.
Like, as I'm going by, my hat brushes up against one of them.
Ten is pretty low.
Yeah, 10 out of 100?
I think there's 8 more Oku here.
Crap.
Huh.
I guess low is bad in this case.
In hindsight, this should have been obvious.
Probably, yeah.
So you guys managed to get most of the way through, and maybe Athos accidentally kicks a pebble, and
And we're heading to that one. So
Hashtag blame Athos.
I like the idea that the cat brushed up against one.
To be fair, that hat is almost as big as you.
It may or may not be a halfling-sized hat. Let's put it that way.
A half hat.
Alright, can you roll initiative, please?
Sure. Well, I like it. No.
Alright, let's see.
My bonus is better than theirs.
Okay.
That's a lot of them.
Are you able to get into your sheet and roll initiative?
Hey, throw it up again, so I was saying reload again.
Sorry.
So just judging by these initiative scores, what I like to imagine is happening is that both groups, like most of both groups don't see each other right away, but the lead, Oku and I, immediately just lock eyes for a moment.
Yeah, that's pretty great. They're all pretty high.
Aside from the one guy who crit failed.
We all go walking, slow-mo. Athos and the Yoku leader look at each other. Hate at first sight. It's a lot of
There we
them.
go. There's a lot of them.
Okay. Athos, you can start off.
Alright. Would I even have a clear arrow shot?
Yeah, on one or two of them. They're starting to rush into the room.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking with all the things you're trying to avoid hitting in the way.
A lot of it, you can almost... The sensors are low enough, even you can, like, kind of just stand on your tiptoes and shoot over them.
Alright. Well, in that case, I'm just gonna, like, say there's 3. I'm just gonna take a snapshot and... hang on. Mark is a bonus action, right? Yeah. I'll put Hunter's Mark on that. No, wrong tool. That one first, and then shoot all 3. 1 arrow at each. I'm just gonna put arrows in the air before I see how they land, basically.
Sure.
And advantage because they haven't gone yet, and +4 damage because they're humanoid, presumably.
Yes, they're pretty human.
Human mark.
That was probably not actually the best thing I could have done, but it felt right.
Well, 3 Oku find themselves with extra feathers. Give me a second here.
I probably should have concentrated fire, but narratively it felt more accurate to spread it. Also, it would have been better to just cast my area effect spell, but I'll do that next turn. Probably. Or they'll run away. One of the two.
Okay. This one in the back is gonna step forward and... Oh, it's not his turn. No, it'll be his turn before Bugor. They're going to try and cast Sleep. It's probably not going to be effective.
Ooh, the cast can sleep.
That's 5d8. Does any of you have less than 16 hit points?
Hit points? No.
No.
I thought that was max hit die. Did that change in 5e?
Yeah, it's current hit points.
No.
So nobody
Nope.
falls asleep. And this one in front is just going to shoot off a crossbow at Athos. 9 will miss.
Just in case it matters, what's the lighting like in here?
It's dim, but it's not
Alright.
black. I'd say it's low light pretty much through the whole room.
Alright.
Bagor.
I don't have spells to hit them. Do I have range? I don't have any with range. Let's see. How far is this Oko? Okay. I'm gonna try to come over here. Do I have to roll dex
If
to
you
avoid
want to
sensors?
avoid them, then yes.
Yeah, I wanna do that.
Okay.
16.
Alright.
And then let's go to town with my sword. I'm gonna guess that 25 hits.
Definitely. And that guy was pretty gravely wounded from an arrow. So he's gone.
I'm just gonna yell, "Leave us alone, damn it!" And that's it.
Ka! Next up, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Damn it.
Trying to sneak along the wall, shoot a crossbow at Athos. 3 points of damage.
Alright. Yay for min damage rolls on the enemy.
Hmm.
From the enemy, rather.
This one will run up to Bagor.
You need to make a con check to hold the concentration on.
Well, the sleep spell didn't have an effect, so it's over.
No, but hold on to Hunter's Mark. So
yes.
concentration.
Yes.
And I failed.
Unfortunate.
That second attack was for me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna hit. So
7 points of
7.
damage.
There we go.
This one's going to go deeper into the room. He's going to try and make a dexterity check to avoid prematurely setting off some sensors. And since he has an ally within 5 feet, he's going to go shoot a crossbow at Bagor and try to get sneak attack off. Does 19 hit Bagor?
Yep, it does.
Oof.
13.
Yes.
I'm in danger!
And this last one, probably just going to shoot one off at Morgan. 11 will
No.
miss.
Yeah, 11 probably misses.
And then you get to act,
Okay.
Morgan.
Okay, so if I want to move, am I going to have to roll to
Yes.
avoid the stuff? Okay, well, what do I roll again?
Any dexterity check. Well, just a dexterity check.
If I don't move and do an action, would I also have to do the check?
I'd probably say you would not have to.
Okay. Then. No, I probably do want to move.
Sorry, just considering, would we be able to have advantage on the dex check if we only moved half speed?
How far did Bagor move on your turn?
I moved 20. I didn't move at half speed
Right,
because my movement is 30.
I might say that if you move at full speed, it would be disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Alright.
Okay. So I'm just going to move here. So I think that counts as moving half speed, just because it's just a short walk.
Okay.
So Dex again.
Yes.
How's a 5?
So that will most likely start to fill the room with some kind of smoke. And it might take a couple turns to see what the effect it has on you.
Okay. We can
Crap.
figure that out later. I am going to use a lightning bolt.
Okay.
From here, it should be hitting those 3.
That makes sense to me.
Yep. So I believe they need to make a dex save.
So top to bottom, 1, 2, 3. What's your DC?
The 15. Nice.
Pretty sure they're all dead. Roll some
They all
damage.
take 4 damage. Yeah.
Yeah,
35.
Wow.
Vaporize.
They vaporize.
Pretty good.
You could have killed me with that too.
After I shoot it, I yell to they're stuck. Duck!
I don't hear him because a bolt of lightning just went past my head.
Possibly.
I just go, where?
There's sort of like static in the air. So some of the smoke that came out is was burned off a bit. That gives us like a line.
This guy casts a spell on himself and then starts walking on the wall. So he's like up here on the wall.
What?
Spider climbing
Wait,
thing.
what? How is he walking on the wall? Is it like he is his feet?
Yeah, his feet are just on the wall.
So it's like gravity shifted for
Yeah,
him.
he's kind of
That's
got like
so cool.
one hand on the ceiling for balance.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to. Are any of these the ones we've hit already?
The one over
Gore's.
here on the left looks like it has an arrow in it.
All right. I'm debating whether finishing one off, which is a smart idea, or taking down the casters on the wall. I'm gonna shoot the guy on the wall a couple times.
Okay.
14 and 12.
Both of those are gonna hit,
Okay.
and combined
+4.
will be enough damage to finish it off. So the magic leaving its body, it falls to the ground and collapses into a sensor. Bagor.
I wanted him to teach me that spell. Anyways.
You'd have to argue for it.
First off, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on myself. Just in case. And I'm gonna hit it with my sword. And I think I fail.
Yeah, he does have a shield, which makes it a little bit more difficult to hit him.
Crap. Anyways, that's my turn.
Well, this one on the right still... Am I missing one somewhere? No, okay, no, I've got it right. Okay. This one on the right, still the only way he can get sneak attack is hitting Bagor, so he's going to try his arrow on Bagor.
Wow, that hits.
Oh, no.
I'm in danger again.
The one right in front of you also swings at you with the sword.
My AC is 15. I think that hits.
Yes, and it would also do sneak attack, but that's enough to
And I'm down.
make you unconscious. As the last one, thinking maybe perhaps the tides are turning for them, now fires an arrow at the lightning threat Morgan. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Well, he doesn't have a sneak attack on that, so it's just the 9 points of damage.
Oh no, shit. I made a mistake of closing my character sheet.
Oh, well, it will be your turn when you're ready.
Oh, it's back to my turn? Okay. Give me a moment then.
Goes a bit faster when more than half the enemies are down.
Actually, Athos and Bagor will go before they have a turn, so Athos, if you want to take your turn while he's loading.
Yeah.
Unless he's done.
Yeah,
it would probably just affect who targets what. So I'm going to put one arrow in the person with an arrow already in him. And so that's 13 damage, and if he's still up, I'll put shoot him again.
You can choose another target.
I'll shoot the one who downed Bagor. So another 13 damage on him. That's the guy who hit him in melee.
Right.
I'm... he's get to me either way. I'm also going to. It would 15. No, I'm just gonna move to there with a dex check, so I'm closer to Bugor.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
8. Because I cannot dexterity today, apparently.
Nice.
There's several different colors of smoke that are rising up.
Okay. And then for my turn, I'm just going to firebolt this guy. Well, actually, no. I should probably save the one that's next to Bagor. I yell duck to Athos again, and firebolt the one next to Bagor.
Yeah, alright. Athos is perfectly happy ducking. Even if he's still over
25.
here.
Between the arrow and the firebolt, he is dead.
Okay.
And there is just one left. Bagor, can you make a death saving throw?
Coming up.
As this Oku
That's a fail.
decides to
Uh-oh.
start running away.
Heed my words of wisdom. Kill it.
And he doesn't really care about hitting the sensors at this point in time, so
Oh no.
the smoke is really billowing up in this room.
Yeah. Right. Are we still gonna go in initiative order, or?
Morgan,
Oh,
do you
no.
want to try to catch him, or?
No. I'll let him go because I think what we need to do is grab Bagor and get out of this room before the smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's my plan.
gonna shift over to here, so I'm next to Bigor, and then cast Cure Wounds on him. First level. For 7
Bagor, you
health.
come to conscious, inhaling nothing but gas. Each of you roll a d6 to see what effect it has on you.
That's a 6.
And another 6.
Okay,
Come on.
times 6? No.
I feel like that's the same sort of distribution we had last time.
Yeah, probably.
I think so.
Bagor and Athos, you feel like you can now can allow no opinion to be heard without questioning it.
Oh, crap.
And Morgan,
Fantastic.
you have
Yeah.
the urge to dance with whoever the most attractive, accessible person is.
Oh no, who is it? It's Bagor.
Well, I'm starting to drag Bigor down this way, or help him. 'Cause
And I tried to stop you by dancing with them.
luckily, we are allowed to disagree with this.
Oh my god, you should just let him dance.
No, this is really definitely not the time for it.
And these effects are going to last up to 30 minutes.
Oh crap.
Yeah, so I'm just dragging / helping Bigor down south, and arguing with Morgan that no, this is really not the time to dance.
And I'm gonna be arguing with Athos that if we don't dance when we're down, when are we gonna dance?
I don't really know, but it's probably not going to be now.
I mean, maybe he can get
If
He
not
can
now,
help me
when?
get better by dancing. Don't you know that music is powerful and dance is more powerful?
You can dance if you want to. You can leave your friend behind.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a good idea.
Because if your friend doesn't dance, if they don't
Then
dance,
then they're not friend of
I,
mine.
I, I, I don't think Athos is a friend of mine.
If
You
you
know
say
what?
this
I
out loud, I'm
disagree
definitely
with
going
you.
to very noisily disagree with you as we're coming to this room. It's like, no, I am most definitely your friend. Let's look at all the one.
Oh my
Look at all
god,
the
we're
adventures
turning
we've had.
Oku.
Inside this room are two skeletons. But the tops
Undead
of
or
they
dead?
they kind of turn and face you. But their nose cavity and mouth cavity have kind of been mostly filled in with some kind of solid matter, and the top of their skulls, like they've been scalped, top of their skulls are open, and they've got one of them is empty, but
Seeing
one of
that,
them
I'm just
has
gonna go.
some liquid in it.
Seeing that, I'm just gonna go nope, and I'm gonna cure wounds myself.
There's something wrong with having a hole in your head.
I think it's perfectly reasonable.
They're both wrong. The head is used to have bone and a hole in it. Or at least a couple. How many holes are in the head? 2 for the ears, 2 for the nose, or that's 1. I think that's 1.
No, it's most
So
definitely
3?
2.
Well, no, because I mean it's 2 at the end, but it's 1 at the bottom, like at the deep. You've never tore a guy's nose off?
No, I haven't. But if you're going to argue that, then it's also one with the mouth, right?
These
I think
skeletons
so.
are enthusiastically waving at you.
I wave
You're
back.
being rude, Athos. Say hi.
Okay, I do see them. Alright. So, yeah, I'll turn to them and wave. And say, hello. So, how many holes do you think are supposed to be in heads?
Shake, 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 shake.
One of them
Charisma.
like tilts his head, and some water or some liquid which looks like water kind of sloshes out of the top of their skull.
Hopefully that's just water.
It's probably stuff in the bar next room.
Do you think they talk?
Maybe they communicate in the language of dance.
You know what? I'm not really sure that a skeleton head is gonna be able to dance.
No, they have full bodies.
I stand corrected. But I still don't think they have muscles, so I don't think they can dance.
They're standing up.
Crap.
I dance. I dance over to the skeletons.
One of them kind of tentatively joins you.
Oh yes. We do what we do? Some kind of shimmy.
Are you gonna dance footloose with that skeleton?
Oh yes.
Hopefully the skeleton doesn't take that piece of music too literally.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Killer Skeleton is kind of just staring.
Oh my god. Can you please roll performance?
20.
Damn it. That's very good.
Yeah, you start to increase and complicate your dance as it goes on, and it starts to get where the skeleton can't keep up anymore.
Oh no.
But he tries. He's kind of like hopping and skipping now, and
Sorry,
you have
I
like the full
interrupted you.
attention of both the skeletons. They're kind of just both watching you.
Can I get the other skeleton to join in?
He's trying to snap his finger along, but it's not making any noise really.
It's hard to snap without skin.
Athas,
These are a couple of fun people.
can you talk to the skeleton while I check this door?
Well, I'm sure I could.
I don't think you can. Maybe just let me do it.
Are you sure you can do it?
I mean, I'm very charismatic, even though my modifier is -1. But I'm very charismatic.
I'm sure you are.
I'm sensing some aggression from you.
No aggression at all, just sarcasm.
Oh, okay. Just a sec. No, I don't get that. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to them. Maybe check that door, please.
Sure, I'll check the door. And I will go over to here and check back in the sensors room to see if anyone else is in there.
Does not appear that anyone else is in there.
Nope, I don't see him go into that door. So, good day, sirs, ma'ams. Hi.
The one skeleton gives you a thumbs up.
Nice.
Ooh, I know this game. I'm gonna start making signs like I'm gonna point at us, and I'm gonna make like walking fingers, and I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna make like the symbol of a door, and I'm already lost now. I don't know what I was trying to say.
Well,
Do you know the Medusa?
He doesn't know what you're trying to say either.
Do you know the Medusa?
He shrugs.
I'm gonna write down that as a maybe. Do you know what's this way?
He like mimes grabbing something and drinking it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm probably trotting back to
Okay.
the other door as that happens.
okay. Well, it's been nice talking to you. We gotta go.
Do
Keep
we?
groovy.
Wait, is he thirsty? Because that's what I got out of that gesture.
I really don't think we need to go.
Really? Well, we have to. We cannot stay here forever.
I'm sure.
Although, to be fair-
I think we could.
To be fair, it's been like 3 days in this maze, and it's been hell.
I feel like at this point we're basically going to spend the next 30 minutes in here arguing.
It does feel like that.
I really don't want that. That's gonna be 3 encounter checks while we argue.
Well, at least we're not going to be wandering into run encounter checks.
I hope an encounter check happens while I'm dancing.
I mean, honestly,
Have you stopped dancing in all this time?
Of course not.
Oh, crap.
the two of us usually take a fair while deciding which way to go anyway. And now we're actively counterpointing every single point the other one makes. It's gonna take a while.
We need someone to stop us from arguing.
I say,
And that someone is dancing.
I mean, mind you, we're not just arguing points made by each other. It's by anyone.
yeah.
Ah, crap.
Only when an opinion is stated.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess Morgan could figure that out and manipulate us into.
If he stops dancing.
But yeah, there's that.
Why would you
Don't
would you stop
give the
dancing?
hippie wizard ideas.
not? Da, 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 da. I start humming to myself.
Anyways, Athos, we gotta go.
Are the skeletons still dancing with me?
One of them is kind of just like stepping along in beat with you, and the other one's kind of just rocking back and forth. The one that's dancing with you has lost about like half of the fluid in his skull, just from splashing out.
Does that seem to have an effect on them?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
How can we get out of this?
Then.
Anyways, I'm gonna go. You should stay here, Athos. You'll be safer here.
Well, it's not like we're here to be safe. I'll go.
I try to, while you guys are moving, try to get you to dance with me out the exit.
Quick, make a grapple check on me.
Would this be a persuasion check?
That's up to you.
23 to get them
Oh,
to dance with me.
crap.
Yeah.
What do I roll against that?
Insight, probably.
Yeah, probably
Nope.
insight.
Damn
And I
it!
feel like I had disadvantage anyway, given their situation.
Fine, I'll dance my way to the door with you.
Going to the door to the right.
Yeah. I don't want more smoke.
Well, you dance your way into the bar.
So I was right.
It seems you were.
No, I couldn't possibly be right. That could have meant anything.
Like, it could have meant exactly what you thought it meant.
No, I think Morgan was right. Maybe he was thirsty. Oh, I know what we should do. We should give them a couple of drinks. If we find any.
What do they need with drinks?
Bones have calcium. They need that.
You think this is milk?
Maybe there's some milk here. I don't know what do they do in bars.
This is all alcohol.
I couldn't possibly believe that.
Search for yourself.
Very well. I'm gonna check.
You're searching for milk? Or
Yeah, basically.
Roll
Hey,
search
Athos.
for milk.
You know I can't read. Can you help me reading any of these to see if they have calcium?
Sure, I might be able to. I don't know. They might not be written. They might be written in language that I don't know.
Well, maybe a language is more than not knowing what they say.
You have to get the feel.
If you find anything in Druidic, let me know.
I would say roll perception with disadvantage.
Me or Athos?
Either one or both of you, I guess.
I'm helping you, so
Okay, here I go.
So you're kind of just looking for like white drinks,
Yeah, does a
and
12
then
do enough?
handing them off to Athos. You find a couple of bottles with white liquid, but Athos describes that they are various different liqueurs that
Like
it's
vo-
all fermented coconut.
yeah.
like vodquila.
Yeah, you've got coconut rum and you're pretty
Are there any
unlikely
limes?
to find milk that's good in this bar.
So no milk then, Athos.
Well, so it's just as I told you. How long would that search have taken?
Probably like 5 minutes.
Ooh, we're a third of the way there.
Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. You know what? I give up. I'm gonna keep dancing with Morgan.
Yes.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. And I start dancing.
You're going to show me
Wow.
some ancient Druidic dances. Oh,
Well,
show
I'll
me how to dance with the wolves.
Okay, so you go like this, and I'm gonna drop to all fours, and I'm gonna start shaking it. And then you turn around a couple of times. Careful, you don't hit something with your head. And then you jump to your hind legs, and you shake it, and you jump a little bit. And then when you get tired, you just drop to the floor like this, and I drop.
Athos sees them doing this. It's like, yeah, and he's gonna kind of state in that way that you're pretending isn't supposed to be heard, but definitely is. It's like, yeah, well, dancing is the lesser form of entertainment anyway, and he's gonna grab a bottle of meat or something and take a swig.
Excuse you, dancing is an art. I'm sure
Well,
you
it
couldn't
certainly
do it
doesn't
even
look
if
like
you
it.
tried. You dare offend the dance of my mama and papa wolf? How dare you? Dare you?
Wow.
You and me dance off right now.
Only if we also do a drink off.
I'm not sure how to do that. Sure, go ahead.
Right, drinking first, and I'm gonna down the bottle of mead.
I'm just gonna grab
The whole
anything
bottle?
that's.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab whatever's nearby and do the same. Do I roll Constitution as well?
I mean, he's just drinking like a mead, but if you just grab whatever's nearby and drink the whole bottle, you could have other problems.
That's fair. I got that coming to myself. Oh, crap. Okay, shoot me.
Actually, I wonder, does alcohol count as a poison for resistance purposes?
Probably
So I have advantage.
not specifically.
All right, fair enough.
To be fair, I don't know how to read, and I probably haven't drunk in my life. So I wouldn't know what is what. Anyways, I'm drinking because Ata's there, me too.
You end up with some kind of stout.
So I'm not poisoned. Yes! So I'm gonna try with Constitution to see if I hold it. No, that's not happening. Let's go. Give me a sec.
Ah, you've lost.
Still in my mouth. And then I just drop it. Let's not do that again.
All right, so we're stopping here.
Yeah, there's
Please.
stop.
Yeah,
I
we can
beg
stop.
you.
No, I meant that was in character.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's stop this. I don't feel too good.
there are I think there are like pillows and stuff around the center of the bar area.
I don't know you, but I'm beat up, so I could use a break.
The green circles are large rose stalks with thorns sticking out of them that grow from the floor to the ceiling.
Huh. What was this in the middle?
That's kind of like the bar area where the man running the bar would normally be standing.
Yeah, so we probably would both been in there, having just been looking through stuff.
Probably. Okay, I'm gonna go. Are we gonna have a break or? Can we take a rest? I'm feeling a little bit beat up.
Yes, we can.
All right. You two rest first, and I'll check around to see if there's anyone that comes or something, and then I'll go.
What out of character? What sort of rest do you think you have? Short rest or long rest?
Short one.
All right.
Long is too dangerous here.
Alright.
So yeah, short rest.
Okay, I will run a couple encounter checks. The room suddenly gets darker as throughout the course of your long rest or your short rest. A couple torches go out, and you guys feel pretty hungry. It's been a while since you had a meal, so you also take the time to eat some of your rations while you're relaxing, and some of you attending to your wounds.
I'm gonna spend one of my hit dice.
Yep, roll hit dice if you want to.
I'm gonna do that too.
Yeah, I should do the same. Is it this button?
Yes.
How many hit dice can we do in a short rest?
As many as you want, but they get spent and you don't get them back until you get half of your
Until a
level
long rest.
back on a long rest.
Woo!
Yeah, I'm only gonna spend. I'm out of heals, so yeah, I am gonna spend another. And that, all right, that was overheal, but whatever, that's fine.
Okay, spent 3 and I'm up to 37 again. Rations. I'm gonna eat mine. I'm gonna give Morgan one from the extra 18 that we have for some reason.
Imagine we can just give him. We can give Morgan the rations that Roto's previous character probably left behind when he left.
Yeah, probably. You probably
Yeah.
have enough rations, enough to go around between the three of you.
Sure. I'm gonna edit the bag of holding and I'm gonna give him the 26 that Leaf had. There we go.
All right. Other than
Hey, I didn't know we had a potion of superior healing.
I think we've had that for ages.
Seems to be part of the pack we got with the Hydra.
Ah, all right, never mind.
you guys did manage to have a short rest uninterrupted.
That's half an hour on its own, right?
What was that?
Or is it How long is short rest in this game again? I'm forgetting.
There's supposed to be like 30 minutes to an hour, but I just do 30 minutes.
Alright.
So the effects of the incense are also over.
I imagine we spent all that time arguing about how to heal and how not to.
Yeah. There's plenty of arguing going on during that short rest. Though, as the incense effect is wearing off, Athos very much starts to regret his impulsiveness in drinking that bottle.
Okay.
Alright, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I just step away for a second. Anything progressed after a short rest?
I think we just decided that the incense effects are over and
Okay.
ready to move on.
As it wears off, like, yeah, Athos kind of roses and yeah. Sorry, Morgan, didn't mean. Dancing is cool. I'll do it all the time back home.
I
It's
don't
nothing like a
believe
good
that.
harvest
I'm
festival.
gonna inside check that.
There's nothing like a good harvest festival. Athos is telling the truth.
I am surprised. Okay.
Alright. Now that mess is hopefully over with, let's keep moving.
Okay, next place. Since we're at the bar, we can go up and to the right or down and to the right. Those are two rooms we didn't check.
Yeah. We don't have the advantage of having a holy person going through their grimoire anymore. If they're the ones I'm thinking of. At the same time, I don't recall exactly what alarmed room meant. I vaguely remember making a pun, but because there's a lot of alarm clocks in that room, but I might be thinking of a different room or campaign completely.
Yeah, no, I don't
that
remember
was like,
the alarms.
Like you open the door or something, and there was a loud noise. I don't think there were clocks in there.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something completely different then for some reason. That's certainly the more sensible reason for naming something alarmed room. So with that in mind, probably north and right, up and right, whichever.
I'm in for that. Because if I'm not wrong, something happened in the alarmed room and a guy tried to kidnap one of us.
The Sharky Man.
Yeah, that guy.
So the etheric remora are, I believe, in a small puddle.
Oh, wait. Do I get my wild shape back on a short rest? Let's see. Yes, turn into animals again. Yay!
Nice.
Sorry, let's move on.
Yes, you can see them kind of in a shallow puddle. They have an arrow-shaped head, lazily swirling around inside the liquid.
I don't remember this room. Do we have a clear way to go from here to here?
You have to run across the liquid without getting. They're kind of leech-like, so just have to get across.
Safety ropes again, and then just run across. I can't really think of anything fancy at the moment.
I think that's a good idea. And you last so that we can pull you out.
All right.
Safety ropes.
They have
They
been
haven't
so
failed
useful
so
this
far.
campaign.
So you take the time, tie everything up, and you're just sprinting straight across.
I mean, I guess probably a good idea to wait a bit and see if they clear out from this area a little bit. I don't know how many they are and how densely they're packed.
There's
Yeah,
about 7 of them.
All right. Yeah. So if they just randomly happen to move away from our path a bit first.
Okay. Yeah, you wait for a good opportunity and then sprint across.
Yeah, just in case I'm gonna cast resistance. Because I'm paranoid like that.
On yourself?
Yep, on myself. Because I'm going first.
While you were watching them, you did notice that they were moving around pretty slow, but you didn't know if that was just because that's how fast they move or if they're lazily waiting for something more interesting to happen. But as you dash through, they don't seem to speed up. They do, a lot of them do try to turn after you, but they're slow enough where each of you dead sprinting can't really be caught by them, as long as you're correct with the timing.
Yeah, let's take the time to be right with that.
Just tell me when, and I'll run.
This leads to a small room which is connected you can see vines crawling up the room. So this room actually leads to three different rooms you can get to by climbing vines, as well as a locked door down. Or it might not be locked, it might just be closed. And another door to the right.
So 3 vines, 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, and 2 more exits.
Well, the vines, I just placed them in there. They teleport you to different places around the map.
Oh, okay. Do I see signs of anybody coming into this place recently? Like footprints or something?
Make a survival check.
Survival?
Can I assist him on that?
Sure.
That was a 20.
Nice.
It looks like this path isn't very often traveled. You've definitely seen some paths that are more trod down than this one, but there's probably at least one person through here every day. But it does not look like someone's been here in the past couple of hours, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Coast is clear, guys.
All right. Not door first.
Most of the
Right.
paths that you see avoid the door to the south.
So they usually come to this place.
Yeah, a lot of coming and going left and right, and some occasional people climbing the vines.
Huh. Okay, so my gut says down is dangerous, but alone.
What's your
That's
heart
all I
say?
got.
I'm gonna go to the closed door there and try to examine it for traps.
Investigation?
Right. Wrong one. Yeah, sorry.
It has not been opened in a long time, is most of what you can tell.
Well, I I don't see any signs of traps. Though whether that's because there aren't any or because they've been covered by disuse, I can't say.
Hmm. Can I try to open this door
Yeah, there's no
very
door there.
slowly?
You can look straight through.
Okay, then I'm gonna stand next to the door and peek in, trying to see if there's anybody there.
You recognize the familiar different architecture. This door leads to a different part of the armory. In the room ahead, looks like the floor has partially collapsed into endless interdimensional black night sky.
No.
Thankfully, a scaffold of bamboo provides precarious access to the other side.
I stand by my opinion. No. Guys, I think the ceiling is broken and the ceiling is on the floor because I see stars on the floor. I mean, the tracks here say that people pass through this place, but I don't want to test it.
Yeah, Athos will trot over and look through the door and kind of lean over, but it's like, and then pull back. You know, if we were anywhere else, I'd say that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Remember the undead lizards at the library?
As I said,
That
if we
was
were
the
anywhere
weirdest.
else.
But this one is very close. You know what? I'm gonna go with the weirdest one being the rocking horse. It was a pig. That was the weirdest thing here.
Because it was a pig and not a horse.
And also because it moved alone. And it was creepy. And we got attacked there.
I think the entire gallery is the weirdest thing we've seen.
Oh, that skull gate. Yeah,
Just all the gallery.
that too. Oh, the not tiger. That one also. Or
Yeah.
not lion. I don't remember what that was.
I mean,
Right.
it was not a
So-
lion, as you said.
Brave the precarious passage over this sky floor, or brave the potentially trapped door.
I'm not so hot on the heights. And I don't think the sky has an end. So if we fall, I don't want to be pessimistic,
Wait,
but
Alright.
What happens if we fall? I
Let's
get out another gold
find out.
coin and toss it. And I listen to to it hitting the floor.
You hear nothing.
Just continues falling.
Yes, you lose sight of it.
So, potentially trapped door it is. Rock, paper, scissors?
sure.
Yeah. I always pick rock.
The wild magic person always picks rock.
No one expects it. It is like, you know, like when you flip a coin and it gets heads every single time. No one expects it to always be the head.
Rock, paper, scissors. I chose scissors.
Wait, so one is rock, two is paper, and three is scissors?
Yeah, that's what I did since that's the order it said.
Then I went with rock. I
Alright,
win!
well, you two tied and I lost, so I guess that means I'm opening the door.
Here, a consolation prize. You got resistance.
Thank you. And then I will open the door.
Immediately, your ears are all filled with the screeching alarms that are familiar and still terrible.
This goes to the alarm room?
Yes.
Oh crap.
Inside, in the cage, is a pixie friend again. Possibly with not 100% great intentions. And she recognizes some of you. Stuck in a bird cage, but it's got like a couple floors, a little bit of tiny furniture.
It's more like a cage house. Speaking of which, we should probably try to free that guy at some point. Anyway, that's a random aside.
I think you
Continue.
might have opened the door and she just didn't want to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds familiar. But I said house cage and was reminded that guy.
Oh, right. Yeah. So she sees you, and a couple seconds after the alarm, so she kind of like waves you in to see if you will come in.
Athos will step through.
Then she kind of waves her hands and shuts off the alarm. And she asks, "What gossip have you brought me this time?"
Let's see. Well, One of the lizards that was terrorizing, that like to go invisible and was terrorizing the maze is gone now. So a random metal sphere decided to make a hole between the gallery and the lizard archives for a bit. I think that's repaired itself by now.
That's pretty good.
Those chameleon Amazon woman people decided that they'd attack the Bondi Reparati village. So that was fun.
Interesting.
Oh, we also met a king of the lizard people. Tell her that.
You can tell her yourself.
We also met the king of the lizard people. Apparently, he's not a king anymore.
Why is that?
He didn't say. Although his people are undead, so maybe that's why.
Maybe. And around that time, from the south door of her room, comes a deep voice saying, "Who's there?" And
Nobody.
Mr. Sharkman sees you guys again. He says, "You."
I also say that. You!
You will not escape from me this time.
Uh-oh.
Athos goes up and scratches his head. If I remember right, didn't you run away first the first time?
Oh.
Athos, you're not helping.
Oh.
There were a lot more of you then. It looks like some of you have died.
Kinda.
They just left, actually.
Well, now they're dead. Nobody lives here.
I'll give a
Actually,
glance
it's
to-
kind of easy. I mean, it has a couple of complications, but it's kind of easy in the long run.
Well, I'm hungry and you're food. So, come here.
Nah.
Counter offer. You come here.
Let's try rolling initiative. Let me put you on a new map before we do this so that we have the full room. Most of the room. A little better.
Oh, naked child.
Yeah, I think that's the Shark Man. No, that was the ghost
No,
boy.
that was the ghost.
But now he's the
Yeah.
Shark Man. Don't question it.
Hey, as far as I know, that's normal in this maze. Where is my initial? Oh, there you are.
I moved myself up back to near that door that I was at.
Initiative, Morgan?
Yeah. Oops.
Nice.
Oh wait, my thing was not on the board. Do you want to input that manually? My crit fail.
Sure. Alright, as this, you see him, like, just bare his teeth of his dual mouth, shark mouth.
Yeah.
and start rushing at you.
Alright, the only spell slot I have left is 2nd level, so I guess I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark at that.
Okay.
Or actually, hang on, was that guy melee? I think he has some spells, but I think his primary melee. So, whole room. Since I'm gonna be using a 2nd level spell either way, I think I can put it 20 feet and 20 feet. I can put spike growth on that tile, and it's 20-foot radius.
Okay.
And that way, it's won't be on Bigor, but will be on him. And no, that means I'm not getting my extra arrow shot in the first round, but I think it'll be worth it. And I'll just shift over to this corner, so I'm not shooting past the cage next turn.
Bagor.
I'm kind of limited now that I cannot move. Yeah, no, my things are not gonna reach.
Yeah, but now he's gonna take like 80 d4 damage, or sorry, no, like 16 d4 if you want to get to you. So
I'm gonna move to this side over here. Pretend that I'm covering for Athos. And just in case, I'm gonna take the dodge action.
Okay.
Just in case.
No.
Mr. Sharkman.
Mr. Shark.
He's gonna step out of the radius. As he can take damage, I guess. And then he's going to simultaneously cast 2 spells out of his 2 mouths.
No.
Can I dodge a spell?
I think dodge gives you advantage on dexterity saves. But he is going to hit you with a spell, and you need a wisdom saving throw.
Coming up. Wisdom save?
Yes. He is also enlarging himself, so he is twice as big.
Crap. 22.
You resist the effect.
I forgot about the double cast thing.
I had no idea that happened last time.
But now in a louder bellowing voice, saying that he can't really cross this field. He just screams, "I hate you!" and mostly hides around the corner.
As he does that, Athos is just gonna comment to the others. So, do you want to just leave now?
I mean, that's a roundabout way to come back. We can still try the vines.
Yeah, there's plenty of other places to go.
Yeah, he's being childish. Let's go.
Alright, well, the spell really prevented him from doing much, so it was effective.
Oh dang. Ovek is on this map.
Oh yeah, this was actually the map that I was supposed to have for the Vineway. I didn't have the other one, but I had this one for some reason. Oh well. So that's probably a good stopping point for tonight.
Yeah.
And
Very good.
we're probably not having a session next week, and we'll have to talk about the week after that.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm hanging off. See you guys.
Good.
We didn't
night.
level up, did we?
What was that? No. We're pretty high level for this, so I don't know if we'll level up.
Yeah,
again.
we don't make that much. Yeah, I understand. Alright, see you.
Yeah, I just figured it's like there's not actually any reason for us to fight him. So let's just not.
Yeah, it's a better idea.
I mean, I'm out of spell slots now, but whatever. I can still shoot things.
It works.
Yeah. Still, we could, considering how we've been doing, we could have died easily.
Yeah, I think last time we fought, did we have 4 people or 5 people then? I don't know. And it was a pretty close fight, if I remember. Maybe
Yeah.
we were also like level 3 or something.
Yeah, he got really lucky with his 2 spells at the same time, and managed to like mostly trick you into thinking that he wasn't a shark.
I think the trick last time was that he managed to make it sound like there was someone bigger than him on its way.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out. See y'all.
Good
Okay, guys.
night.
I'll be seeing you. Bye.